Australian Prime Minister is lobbying world leaders to build an international coalition to give the WHO, or another body, powers equivalent to those of a weapons inspector to avoid another catastrophic pandemic like COVID-19.
Here's a summary of the article.
Prime Minister Scott Morrison is seeking to build an international coalition to give the World Health Organization, or another body, powers equivalent to those of a weapons inspector to avoid another catastrophic pandemic. Mr. Morrison has pitched the proposal to several world leaders in recent days, including United States President Donald Trump, German Chancellor Angela Merkel and French President Emmanuel Macron. There has been widespread international concern that China not only downplayed the seriousness of the virus, but had undue influence over the WHO, which did not declare the outbreak a global pandemic until March 11, a fortnight after Australia declared it a pandemic. The actions that the Australian government have taken, and that included getting out well ahead of the World Health Organization at Drive Brendan Murphy's very insightful advice, Mr. Morrison said on February 27. It is understood Mr. Trump, Ms. Merkel and Mr. Macron broadly agree with Australia's proposal to significantly bolster World Health inspection powers. Given the barriers to reforming the WHO, the Australian government believes establishing a new World Health oversight body may be the best option. Mr. Trump last week suspended U.S. funding to the WHO as his administration launches its own investigation into the pandemic.
This post received a score of 52,000, with an upvote ratio of 90%. Here are the top comments in response to this article.
The Australian government believes that, in order to understand and suppress future disease outbreaks, the world needs unfettered access to data and medical information. One of the limitations under the WHO, founded in 1948, is that international officials must be invited by nations before being allowed to investigate. The government is somewhat dubious of the chances of reforming the WHO, which gives veto power to each of its 194 member states. Given the barriers to reforming the WHO, the Australian government believes establishing a new World Health oversight body may be the best optio. We could call it New World Health Order.
And it can be run by a handful of executives from the pharmaceutical industry with the power to sue any country that infringes upon its rights to sell medication for maximum profit.
What they say versus what they do right here. That's some Nostradamus-level shit. They're already calling it out. It's already what's gonna happen. And the appointed staff will make 6 to 7 figures at least, not to mention bonuses.
The all golden parachute. Fuck up enough and get kicked out with a multi-million-dollar bonus. Remember, that bonus is non-negotiable. A contract was signed. A contract. It was signed.
Without the payout, they have active incentive to suppress information about problems and let things get much worse. It's not wasted money.
It's absolutely wasted money. It's like rewarding children with ice cream for telling the truth. Fight that sort of shifty sneakery with parent-level oversight and see-through SOPs instead. You don't see factory floor workers getting a "you're fired" bonus for wrecking expensive machinery despite their work carrying high risk of doing so.
What are you all on about? Weapons testing inspections work, or at least make cover-ups very difficult. This is simply a proposal to do the same thing for potential epidemics. What did most countries do? Nothing? No recommendations to quarantine, no notices to people, no attempt to slow travel to and from anywhere with an outbreak. What did most countries do? Oh, wait, nothing. January 13, officials confirm a case of the first recorded case outside of China. What did most countries do? Yep, still nothing.
In the past, weapons inspectors have struggled to obtain access from national governments in order to inspect their weapons, and I don't reckon that cold inspectors would have much joy in trying to negotiate access to China's germ research facilities.
Exactly. If no one can stomach the gut muscle to give the IAEA some fangs to bite with, what good is a lot of loose talk about the WHO?
This video was automatically created by Reddit to speech. The article and comments in this video were selected from Reddit according to their upvotes, and any paraphrasing was performed by smmry.com, without any human intervention.